What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to continue talking about GameStop and AMC. The short interest report finally came out yesterday. It seems like there's a little bit of discrepancy depending on the platform where you are actually pulling the data from. We're going to go over that. We're going to go over some comparisons to where I feel is most likely to be the most accurate data, where I see the stock going. We're going to get into the chart. As we see, AMC has been popping up a little bit. It's up a little over 10% right now. It's testing that 620 resistance. We're going to talk about it. Before we get into the video, guys, I also want to mention that for those of you who are interested, I left a link down below to the private trading community group that my team and I had created. Okay, it does include a private Discord as well as all of the moves that we're making. Earlier today, I posted the exact time that I made a trade, my entry point, my exit point. It was a 10% gain. That's all you need, guys, is 10%. If you do 10% every day for 7 days, you're going to double your money, all right? Remember that, 10% every day for 7 days doubles your money, okay? Whether that's 10% a week, doesn't matter. 7 moves doubles your money, okay? You don't got to always hit for these home runs. We have also created a video tutorial where there's about 6 hours of training of all different, from the fundamentals, the mechanics, technical analysis, and so forth. So if you're interested in joining, we made the price a super low barrier of entry. Okay, so if you're interested, it's in the link down below. Let's get into it right now. First off, guys, AMC is starting to make a move. All right, it's up 11.27% as we speak. I can see it starting to push up. It's testing that resistance right around here, guys. I think this point is probably around that 620, 625 rejection point, and maybe a little less, maybe a 620 rejection point. It's looking to try to push that beyond, which is a good news, guys. Any green is good. We haven't seen any green in a while. Okay, GameStop. Let's go look at that real quick. GameStop is up. It's starting to make another move as well. It seems like today the charts are trending pretty similar, not exactly similar. They normally trend exactly similar, so that's kind of good news. Okay, just because it was a little weird seeing that go. Let's get into the short interest, guys. So I had always mentioned to you 2 separate websites that I use for reporting. The first one is highshortinterest.com. It was finally updated. It says at the bottom, database last updated on February 9th. We know that GameStop and AMC were the top 2. GameStop was 121, AMC was 79. GameStop short interest percentage, it's reporting at 42. AMC is nowhere on the list, okay? It goes all the way down to about 20. It's nowhere on the list. It's not even on the next page. There's only a few. That's a little bit weird. I do want to jump over to this information. This came off of Reddit, which I always take everything with a grain of salt, guys, so where they're pulling it from. But here's what they were reporting as well, guys. FINRA has GME at 78, AMC at 15. Fintel has GME at 44, AMC at 68. I have a few other sources that have that same percentage, and we're going to go over those. And then right here, you have Wall Street Journal, GME 41, and AMC 66. I can see these numbers being the most accurate. Okay, I do want to say that this guy has still got about 750 shares in GME and a little over 8,000 AMC, and he's holding the line, as am I, guys, because like I've said before, everybody's investment strategy is different. I've already taken a pretty substantial loss that I'm not going to cut at this point. Okay. Let's go over to the shortsqueeze.com, which is another one that I really use. So I want to, it doesn't really show a percentage. The decrease was 16%, and I want to, for AMC, and I want to highlight this, 37 million. We're going to jump over to GameStop, guys. Okay, and that short interest has a decrease of 65% and 21 million. Okay, so when I use Market Watch as well, I'm not saying it's the best or it's the best reporting, but it just helps me do a little bit of verification. These numbers are updated as of the 29th, which are changed, which is good. It shows AMC at that 37, okay, short interest, which is the number of short shares outstanding, and that's a 66% float, okay? Short squeeze at least shows, let me go back to AMC, shows that the shares outstanding are 37 million, okay? When you go back over to GameStop, I believe it was 21 million. If you look over to Market Watch, this shows it as well. They could be pulling from the same data, but like we saw in the Reddit post at least, okay, which I have verified through these sites, guys, Fintel and Wall Street Journal, that those percentages are accurate. FINRA, I am slowly, it seems like some haven't updated it. We'll have to check after 17 hours. But I also want to go over to bar chart, guys. If you don't use this, it's barchart.com. It shows the amount of volume, options volume that day. Sundial Growers, which is one of the moves that I was in today, is making a huge move up. I also want to highlight, guys, AMC is still up pretty high. Yesterday, the spread was a little bit The gap was a little bit less. Now it's up 70-30. Okay, 70% of calls initiating that this price is going to keep rising, which is good. We know we have a bunch of calls or a bunch of options again expiring on the 12th. We know that the $2 million worth of $20 option calls are set to expire as well. I have not found any data that those were covered yet or closed. However, I cannot verify because, like I said, I'm not that individual institution that made that play, so I cannot verify. However, I am anxiously waiting on that. So check out bar chart, guys, whether you use it for this or just as another tool to help you research. Just updates like very, very quick in seconds. So I want to go over a couple articles that were released, guys. Okay, this one is 7 Reddit stocks to keep a sharp eye on this year. Kind of highlighted a little bit different. I want to point this out, guys. This came out today. However, it says short interest is in excess of 100%. GameStop currently at 132. I don't know, but like I had said, guys, all of the difference is just completely the difference of spread is completely insane. However, those numbers that I mentioned through MarketWatch and verifying through the short interest for the number of shares shorted is what I'm going to base off my information. So we'll keep that up. Let's also highlight AMC a little bit, guys. Adding more shares into the mix will make it harder for AMC stock to squeeze higher like GameStop. One thing that AMC did do that is good for the company, which we know, is that they did a stock offering which diluted their shares. However, it was done to raise capital, which is good long term for the company. Okay, I'm pretty positive, guys, that the company's at the lowest of its low right now. Theaters are just starting to open. I think there was news that a couple were opened up in Boston and a dozen other ones were opened up early February, which is good. We know that the vaccine news gave us a big pop, and then it kind of held off as your healthcare and your essential employees and your 75 and older started to. It varies state to state. Once we get that next big wave of vaccines out there, they get their second doses and they start opening up a little bit more. It's going to give a good pop to the retail, which is good. It's at a price point, guys, and in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I know everybody says it, but I got to say it. In my opinion, it is at such a low barrier of entry that it stands a really good chance. I think GameStop is still much higher than it should be, especially because it has not made the transition over to the e-commerce, okay, which is the future, guys. E-commerce is the future when it comes to all retail. We know that Amazon's going to keep going, so don't think that's changing. This kind of just reiterates, guys, I had said what they did with their raising the $970 million in investment capital. It comes from the sale of equity and the 164 million new shares. I will point this out, guys. If AMC does another share dilution, okay, does another, issuing, it's going to dilute them as well, and it's going to drop the price. At this point, I don't believe that AMC would do it because the stock has already been taking a beating, okay? If, let's say, it was still around that $15 price point, we were looking for that push up to 30 or 40 or 50, I could see them doing it. Being at $5, being at, it's so low, I cannot see them doing it. I kind of, in my advice, I just personally wouldn't do it because, like I said, the stock is low. So I'm not really worried about that. Down here, it goes and it says a little more what I just said. They opened 2 new theaters in Boston, and it's continuing to open 7 more and dozens more on January 29th. This article was out the day before, but at least it just highlights the share offering. So that's pretty much it, guys. We're going to also come up eventually on February 25th is earnings. If you look at this, guys, the last one was... This was the last quarter that actually was 100% pre-coronavirus, and they beat it. However, if you look at every one of them during coronavirus, they have reported less than estimate, which is not good, okay? I would have liked to see the estimates a little bit lower just because nothing's really loosened up, especially as of fourth quarter in 20. There were a few states that had, lessened their restrictions, but that was more or less like restaurants, gyms, salons, and so forth. It hadn't broken out to entertainment yet, especially that I do see AMC is offering I think it's like $100 or between $100 and $200 where you and your friends or you and your family can rent out a whole theater. At that price point, guys, they're not going to be making any money on that. So, guys, that's it for this video. All right, I'm still holding. I'm going to keep on reporting on this. I'm also going to bring up some other stocks, guys, because, I hope, if we still have money to invest, there's many other plays that we can make money on and, continue to grow our portfolio. So I don't want to miss out on any of those opportunities. If you are interested in joining the community, guys, check it out. There's a ton of training. All right. It's a very, very low entry. It's like $7 a month. All right, you can cancel after 1 month if you really hate it, okay? But I'm guaranteed you're gonna like some stuff in there. We are in the process of uploading the videos. It will take a little bit a couple days as we get those edited and the proxies uploaded to the server as well. So check it out down below, guys. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.